The kid was so hungry he swiped something from the guy. Next thing he knew, the guy tracked him down and torched his place. Well, the kid had night blindness, so he couldn't see the man's face clearly, but he could tell the thing in the man's hand was dangerous. Panicking, he dropped to his knees and begged for his life. But the guy didn't let up. He aimed his gun right at him. The kid bolted as fast as he could. But how can you outrun a gun? In no time, he was cornered. He fell to his knees saying he was sorry and begging the man to spare. But the guy just pulled out a dagger. He stabbed it right through the kid. The kid screamed in agony. Then the guy said calm lie. This was theft based on how he usually had. Criminals like this would get their hands and feet chopped off or just killed. Then the man's face darkened. So stop crying. Say something useful, or I'll execute you right here. The boy cried out that everything was still there, all of it at home. But now the house was burned down, the house where he lived with his mother, all gone. The kid cried harder, saying the stolen stuff was in the bundle. The meat too. He was starving, but he didn't take a single bite. The guy just sat there watching the kid cry. Finally, he couldn't take anymore and told him to stop. A second ago you were scared to death, now suddenly you've got energy. You talk way too much. If your tongue's too long, he could cut it off for you. That scared the kid into covering his mouth. My tongue's not long at all. Please don't cut it. But the pain in his hand made him cry again. Sir, I really didn't mean any harm. I was just too hungry lately. So I had no choice but to take your things. Can't you forgive me just this once? When the man didn't say anything, the kid figured he was done for. He gave up hope and begged the guy to let him say goodbye at his mother's grave. He just wanted to see her one last time before he died. But then the guy suddenly spoke. Who said I was killing you? Just give me back what you stole. That stumped the kid. His house was burned down. He had nothing left. All that remained was himself. The guy looked him over. Your body looks fine. Use that to pay me back and I'll let you off. The kid didn't understand what he meant. Was he going to chop off his hands? Then he figured he must want him as a servant. He quickly agreed, saying he'd work his hardest at whatever the man ordered. Then, the guy suddenly reached out and touched the kid's head, looking closely at his eyes. After thinking for a moment, he picked up his weapon and turned to the kid. Come with me. She'd stole from the guy because he was starving. Next thing he knew, he got caught and the guy burned down his house. Normally, the guy would never spare someone like that. But after seeing the kid's face, he felt pity and brought him home. In the morning, the kid woke up to the smell of food. A kind woman was there. Just as the kid was about to eat, a string of curses startled him. Hurry up and eat, then get out here, you beggar. The woman stood up for him. How's he supposed to eat that fast? The food just got here and you're already yelling. She turned to comfort the kid. Don't worry about it. Since the master brought him to the outer estate, just work hard. The guy outside is the head servant. Just do what he says, from now on. Half a month passed. The kid did the hardest work every day. But the foreman Zhao kept yelling at him, calling him lazy and saying he broke several jars. The kid bit his lip, holding back tears. He'd worked so hard. He got up early to sweep the courtyard, scrub the floors clean, even cleaned the barn and chicken coop. He even organized the warehouse. But no matter how hard he worked, he still got beaten. The woman finally stepped in. Why make him do heavy labor? If you've got eyes, use them. She pulled up the kid's sleeve. Look at these skinny arms. How's he supposed to carry water jars? He couldn't carry them, that's why they broke. Zhao was humiliated and raised his hand to hit the woman. But she wasn't afraid. She brought up the master's name and scared him off. But even though life was hard, he had to keep going. The next day, the kid went to clean the barn early. Suddenly he heard moaning sounds coming from inside. The innocent kid thought someone was sick and rushed to check. Turns out he walked in on two people hooking up. The naive kid thought the woman was being attacked. Before he could stop it, the woman touched her face and ran. The guy was furious. He punched the kid hard and called him a pervert. The kid was too innocent. He still didn't know why he got hit. Soon after, that guy lied to Zhao, saying the kid harassed the woman. The kid had no idea what happened. He said he didn't harass anyone. Then, the guy made it worse, saying he saw the kid following the woman and touching her. Zhao finally had an excuse to beat him. He grabbed a stick and beat the kid. He only stopped when he got tired. Barely alive, the kid kept saying he wasn't lying. But Zhao thought he was stubborn and deserved more beating. Just as Zhao was about to hit him again, the kid crawled over and grabbed his leg. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Please stop hitting me. Satisfied, Zhao let him go. Get lost. You make me sick. After the beating, everyone watching left. Then that guy walked over with a nasty smile, warning the kid, that's what you get for messing with me. Don't say anything about what happened in the barn, or you'll get worse than a beating. The kid finally realized his mother was right. He shouldn't have gotten involved with anyone. He was mentally alone, so he had to escape back to the mountains. The kid stole from the guy because he was starving. Not only did the guy burn down his house, he almost killed him. He only survived because he was decent looking. The guy spared him and brought him home. But after bringing him back, the guy ignored him. Poor kid worked endless hours doing heavy labor. Even then, he couldn't escape beatings. Someone even framed him for harassing a woman and almost beat him to death. Unable to take it anymore, the kid decided to escape. One morning he was sweeping the courtyard. Looking around, no one was there. He saw his chance, dropped the broom, and ran. He ran through the woods until he reached the pavilion and stopped. Getting closer, he saw someone sleeping inside. And the person was gorgeous. He'd never seen anyone so beautiful. Then a delicious smell caught the kid's attention. Hungry and tired, he saw a table full of food. His eyes lit up. He reached for it, then pulled back. He was caught for stealing before. Even if he was hungry, he had to ask first. He looked the guy over. Fair, smooth skin. dark eyebrows and hair like ink, beautiful lips and nose. The kid thought to himself, he looked like he walked out of a painting. But wearing so little, wasn't he cold or was he dead? Just as he reached out to check, the guy told him to back off. With his eyes open, the kid thought he looked even better. No, he was handsome, super handsome. His stomach growling brought the kid back to reality. Sir, I haven't eaten all day. Can I have one of those pastries? The guy looked puzzled and didn't answer. The kid got nervous in front of someone so good looking and stammered, just one. Then the guy suddenly blew smoke in the kid's face. The kid coughed non-stop. Seeing him like that, the guy smirked. He looked at the table and gestured that the kid could eat. The kid was so happy he grabbed one and stuffed it in his mouth. But one wasn't enough, so he asked if he could have another. Since the guy didn't say no, the kid took it as a yes. He kept eating. Soon, he'd cleaned every plate. Full and satisfied, the kid thanked the guy. Good people get rewarded. The guy still didn't talk. Maybe he was just quiet. But curiosity made him ask, aren't you cold, sir? What? You must be freezing. As soon as he said it, the kid realized he overstepped. He said goodbye and turned to leave. But the estate was too big. The kid got lost and turned back. He asked for directions. Sir, I want to get back to the mountains. Do you know which way to go? The guy froze. He slammed down his pipe. His face darkened. Where do you think you're going? The kid stole from the guy because he was starving. Not only did the guy burn his house down, he almost killed him. He only spared him because he looked pretty when he cried. But he couldn't escape punishment, so the guy brought the kid to his place. After that, it was like he forgot about the kid. He never checked on him again. During that time, he had to work from dawn to dusk and put up with endless bullying. Then he accidentally walked in on other servants fooling around. They framed him for harassing a woman and beat him badly. If he hadn't begged for mercy, he'd be dead. That's when he got an idea. Find a chance to escape and go back home. But the place was too big and he got lost. Of all people to ask for directions, he picked the wrong guy. Hearing he wanted to run, the guy's eyes turned cold. He walked toward him step by step, asking the kid why he wanted to leave. By the guy's presence, the kid quickly answered that his home was in the mountains, not here. As the guy got closer, the kid felt deja vu and fell hard to the ground in fear. Then the guy spoke, saying he never said the kid could leave. Right after that, the guy stepped forward and grabbed the kid by the throat. That's when the kid realized. This was the man who burned his house and almost killed him. Just as the kid was about to pass out, the guy let go. He asked the kid if he was trying to run away, even if he wanted to run. Why ask him for direction? Did he think he was an idiot? The kid shook his head frantically. He didn't mean it like that. It was his fault for not recognizing the master. If he'd known it was the master, he'd never have done that. But the guy clearly didn't believe his excuse. He thought it was all lies. The kid had to explain he had night blindness and couldn't see anything at night. He was scared the master would think he was useless and gouge out his eyes. He quickly added that he could see perfectly fine during the day. The guy was skeptical. Then he asked the kid why he wanted to escape. The kid said he was too tired. The guy almost laughed. That was quite the excuse. The kid looked pitiful and explained he wasn't lying. He got beaten badly not long ago. He was bruised all over. The guy frowned. He asked who did it and why. But Zhao wouldn't feed him. Some guy named Xiao kept hitting him, and even though his name was Yingwu, they kept calling him an idiot to humiliate him. Getting more upset, the kid collapsed on the ground crying, but the guy didn't stop him. But once the kid finished crying, he started asking questions again. There was one thing he didn't understand. Why did seeing this kid cry make him feel bad? He told the kid, from now on, no matter what, he couldn't leave. He better forget any idea about being let go. The warning was given, but the guy still felt uneasy. So he decided to eliminate every reason the kid had for wanting to leave. But the kid's legs hurt too much to walk. The guy had no choice. He just picked him up and warned him not to move and stay still. After that, the guy gathered all the servants in the house, especially Foreman Zhao. The guy pointed at the kid in front of Zhao and told everyone, he brought this person back. They all knew that, right? And said shakily, yes. The guy's eyes turned cold. Then you know he belongs to me. Zhao was terrified, wondering what that idiot did now. The guy glanced at the kid and continued. The kid came to the back courtyard asking for directions, trying to escape. Everyone started saying the kid must be crazy to do something like that. Zhao dropped to his knees. He didn't expect that fool to try to run away. But the guy said that wasn't the point. The point was he wasn't letting him go. So to stop him from trying to run again, he was gonna remove the clothes, the terrible